TIVlog, number 18.
What a style guide can and can't do for you.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a world of style guides, Bo. Actually have a collection of style guides from various large companies for when I used to work for agencies in the city. It's kind of fun to see how much detail some folks go into. But we are pretty clear on what a style guide can and can't do. I think the primary one, the primary reason for a style guide is designers are naturally curious. They're going to always want to push the boundaries. And actually, I feel like you can do that pretty effectively within a style guide. But you have to give yourself some limitations.
Right, okay.
Another can give direction when it comes to brand voice. Brand voice has become more and more prevalent and more important in branding as more and more channels. I keep saying more and more channels. I'm going to say more and more times. More and more channels become available.
That's a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, more coffee. That's what you need.
So brand voice is essential these days, especially when you're talking about tying your website into your social, into your emails, into your print stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know you deal with that probably more than I do.
Definitely, and it's interesting how a brand is becoming more brand voice than it is almost visuals in some sense, where you have so many channels that are just like so heavily content driven that we talk about it all the time, where one of my biggest pet peeves is when you have multiple brand voices and multiple channels.
Yeah.
And having a style guide, especially with brand voice, can really help narrow that in.
Yep, absolutely. What it can't do is predict every possible scenario.
Right.
And that's a good example is brand voice across multiple channels and how to make that work. Because I am a big believer in, treating a brand voice similar to how like you and I are.
Right.
We're pretty much the same wherever we are.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say most people, when they go out to a bar, they speak a little differently than they do at work.
Absolutely.
Again, probably not the case for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we should consider that.
Maybe.
But that's a whole nother thing.
I like the method acting approach.
Exactly. So, you're going to come across visuals. You're going to come across, opportunities for brand voice that don't fit into that style guide.
Right.
And
that's not a reason to blow the entire style guide up, because you're going to run into situations that you can't predict.
Totally. In fact, I do the opposite. I recommend that people really look at it, and it becomes are you sure you want to go this direction? And if you are, let's add it to your style guide.
Nice.
I think that's about it.
Right. We're going to do these more and more.